Hi, Christy. Welcome to NSL Live Talk, Christy Frikken.
Hello.
It has been quite a while since we had you on record for a little while. You're an interesting environment there too. We are not at a drop zone. We're not in a plane. We're not a wind tunnel or anything. We are in a moving car.
You gotta meet when we can.
Yeah. And you're not driving, so that's a good thing. I know
No, that would be a little more challenging, I think.
Yeah, you're probably multitasking. Usually you could probably do that, but I'm glad you're not. I think we would probably get in trouble if somebody would see that anyway.
Yeah, I think that might trip some alarms.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the good thing is you're not on the way to a hospital or anything.
No.
It's a medical thing, but you're okay, are you?
Just the dentist.
The dentist. Well, thanks for taking the time. How is it going?
Going really well.
You are in California.
I am in California right now. I just got back Thursday night from SDC. We did a long camp out there. Got some good jumps in.
How many?
It was just under 100, I think, actually.
Ooh, well,
yeah, it's our first big first time we got a big good chunk in, so we're pretty happy about that.
You're traveling back and forth.
Yep, doing the commute again.
Again, that's right. So there we go into the past. You have been doing some traveling and shuttling back and forth between California and the East Coast before.
Yes, yeah, no, I did that for 3 years when I was with them before, and so yeah, just I knew what I was getting into, and I know the path well.
Well, one of the main questions, of course, is, I mean, for me at least, and I'm sure that many others have a similar question. What motivated you to, I mean, you had everything, not everything, but you had Fury, Paris Fury, then you had SDC Rhythm XP, all on a very high level in the United States, and then it looked like you were done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I that was my plan, right? I was retired and just moved to coaching, kind of a different phase of the career. So the opportunity came up to do nationals with Rhythm. Originally, we talked a little bit about me doing the 2020 World Meet with them, but I just couldn't commit enough time for that to make sense. But I was planning on doing nationals with the team. And then, 2020 changed everybody's world. I think, we had some stuff shook up, and obviously the World Meet got postponed and Drew couldn't do it. So we talked again, and I kind of made more sense this time I might be able to do another year. So I kind of in a way got lucky, and it's going to work out that I get one last, or well, maybe not last, who knows, but one strong hurrah here to go to the World Meet, which it's just pretty fun opportunity, especially with a group like Rhythm.
Another year, you are saying. So this commitment right now is at this point in time.
Yeah, well, it's to the World Meets in next August, right? So. Yeah.
So you had discussions or conversations with Rhythm already before Drew.
Yes, we had, and part of it too is we had some training lined up between the World Meet and Nationals already to get me hopefully up to speed to compete with them. So there was already some stuff on the calendar for both of us, and that's a factor as well.
Oh, Drew and you, so Drew until the World Meet, and then you.
Yes, he wasn't able to. He had to compete, I think, the nights or had some other obligation. So I was going to do the two nationals with the Rhythm.
Yeah, well, but how for yourself personally? I mean, all of a sudden, there was a flame burning again. I mean, because you're putting. I mean, it's not like, okay, let's just go to the world meet and go to the national. Rhythm wants to win, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, no. I mean, if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it, right? Yeah, no, it's taken a little while to get back into it. Like it's been 4 years since I've gone kind of like at this level. But the cool thing is these guys are pretty honed, right? Like they're sharp. So stepping in is just kind of a matter of reacclimatizing and then seeing how they do stuff, and it's easy to kind of be the one to step in and match, luckily, or easier, I guess. So yeah, no, it's been pretty fun.
Yeah. Although only Steve actually from previous experiences, right? You were
That's true. Although no, I know Doug and Andrew a little bit. I snuck out a couple times to do a couple little sneaky camps, over the last few years, and certainly part of the Rhythm family. So like, yeah, I knew them well enough to know what I was getting into, and Jeanette's not on the team, but she's definitely around. So it does feel like it's they kept all of the good stuff as far as Rhythm's Rhythm's mode of operation, right? Like all of the attitude and the joy and the hard work and all the good stuff is still very strongly with the group. So it feels like stepping into a team that I know.
Philosophy is the same, but the technical stuff may have changed a little bit.
You know what? Less than I thought. So I guess the cool thing about having done this for myself for so many different teams for a long time, is that between Fury and Rhythm, I have tried every variation of technique I think I've ever seen, right? Sometimes we try spinning, sometimes we translate, whatever it is, like, even if we didn't end up settling on it, like we certainly tried it for at least a little while. So it's just kind of a matter of selecting the right, like, okay, I've done, yeah, we they spin the zircons more. Okay, well, I've spun zircons before, so just got to remember to do that.
So that's where all the experiences are coming in quite handy, because again,
yes,
you've seen them all. Is there anything that is new?
Well, funny I should mention zircons. That's probably the one that like I knew of the technique, but I had not done as consistently. So that one's, if I had to pick one block that feels the most different, is that one. Everything else is it's pretty tiny, like just a little thing here, a little bit there. And again, it's just more of selecting the technique rather than changing it for me. Like, okay, we're going to do, fives this way. All right. I've seen that before. Just got to remember to do it.
Yeah, and everything is more rotation these days, than it seems than it used to be.
It was moving. Yeah, it is. It was, but I mean, like on Rhythm, to be fair, the years I was on it, it was moving in that direction already, right? Like it's not like it made that jump instantly. So yeah, more rotational was kind of the way it was headed as it was going.
Yeah, there's one thing that comes in, I mean, that is very special for you now, because I looked up earlier at your NSL profile, which was not really an NSL profile. It was a copy of the article in the Skydiving magazine.
Oh yeah.
When you became the Skydiver of the Year in 2007, I believe it was.
I think it was, yeah.
Yep. And so I was looking into the profile, and I had to realize or to find out that you and Dr. Joel Sugar are the only people on the profile page who have never been at a world meet.
That's not true. I have been at a world meet, actually, Kurt. Do you remember Fast Tracks Blue? I jumped with them, and we got a silver medal. So.
Okay, so then that's then four-way open. What?
Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, yeah. If you want to go with that, yeah. All right, yeah. No, but I have been to a world meet. So I was lucky enough to experience that. It might have been after 2007, though. You'll have to look up the year.
Yes, yes, I definitely will. So that's, I forgot. I didn't remember that. Fast Tracks Blue. So that was that 2006? But you were with,
Again, you're gonna have to look that up. The
yeah,
time my timeline gets a little fuzzy there.
you were with
It
Fury
was in Mabouche. It was in France. So whichever.
2008 then. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that would make sense. And if it wasn't in that article, it probably hadn't happened yet.
Yeah. So that was a phase of the transition from Paris Fury to.
No, no. Actually, a few months before the World Meet, one of their teammates passed away in her sleep, and
Oh,
I was
now
in
I
a
remember.
position to be able to join them, and kind of honored to fill that position.
Yeah, so you filled the slot more or less. You
Yeah,
you and the other guy, Dr. Sugar, you share some common experiences too, right? How are your eyes doing?
they're great. They're still holding up. So
I remember there was a story when you went to Dr. Sugar
yes,
and
yeah.
wasn't I there and was
I
looking?
was hanging around to land. I think we did I think we might have done like the NSL championships with some teams, and then I had scheduled it for right after that, and then I was kind of hanging around for a couple of weeks, waiting for the procedure to take and all that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was one of the smartest things I've ever done, by the way, is fix that up.
Oh,
Like,
really?
it's
Okay.
fantastic, right? Like, it just
Okay.
can see the windsock. It was great.
Yeah. Except that Dr. Joel is not with us any longer.
Yeah, that's
So that's a
always
sad thing.
unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh well. So then there was an update in 2015 on the profile page, which was the transition. That was the last year actually with Rhythm then.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So that's when you decided, okay, well, that's kind of I'm done with a high intensity.
Yeah. Well, certainly the situation of commuting, right? Like, four-way is so much fun, but commuting to do that, training that hard for that many years, and like it's costly, like in time and energy, and certainly financially, and just some time to recover was the right thing to do at that point.
And now going back to the World Meet, I mean, it is something special now, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
How
Yeah,
does that feel for you? I mean,
I'm
going to World.
excited. I mean, yeah, no, I mean, again, like, I just so happy to be back with Rhythm as a team. Like, I just their approach to everything is just such a super attitude, and it's so much fun, and like a chance to, hey, let's go to the World Meet. Like, it doesn't just pop in your lap like this all the time, and it did. So hey.
Yeah, you're probably grateful, to Janet. She actually last year.
Yeah, right. She did all the hard work. Now I just excuse me, I'll do inside center.
Well, somebody has to do the dirty job, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So that is an exciting feel. I mean, hopefully it's all going to happen. Hopefully the pandemic thing will.
Yeah, well, hopefully we figured out whatever we're going to figure out by then, right? If not, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll worry about it when it comes.
Yeah. So there you will meet Hayabusa, the famous Belgian world champions. And the interesting part is probably they started at about the same time
as Fury
in team business.
Yeah, I like reminding some of my friends all the time that Fury used to beat Hayabusa. But man, like, it just goes to show, though, if you like, that team has stuck together and so long and worked so hard for such a long period of time, that's really where the game is at. It takes a long time to develop that skill set, and man, look at them, like, they're just unstoppable now. But they didn't start that way.
That's right. So you mentioned that just a tiny little bit on the side. Now we beat them. So
yes.
Paris Fury, that was.
Yep.
in the early years when NMC.
Yeah.
You remember those
Yeah.
days?
I remember a couple times at Bedford. We were close. We were rivals there for a while.
Did you have any outdoor competition with them too?
I don't think we did. Like none's popping into my memory. So Fury mostly when we traveled, it was to Europe. It was mostly the Bedford competition. We didn't get out that way. And then once they did a nationals that I'm not remembering, which I don't think they did, we probably never met in the air.
Well, I can
maybe Shamrock Showdown. That would be the place where it would have happened.
Oh, there we go. Well, I can probably find out. I think I know a place where I can.
I've seen this cool website where you can find out.
I will try that. I'll look at this later and see if you. So if you have competed with each other anyway, no matter what, and you just said now they are unstoppable.
Well, I plan to change that, but they've been on a pretty good run, right? Like they've certainly had a series of years of strong showings.
Yeah, and they didn't stop, and they just went.
That's really when people ask like how they got that good, and it's like, well, what you don't see behind the scenes is just how long and how much work they've put in over such a long period of time, right? Like they didn't just jump to that station, you know.
And I just had this conversation with Karl-Erik Tuft. You remember him probably, from the Deland Norgies. He said, no matter what, that in each sport it takes 10 years at least. If you want to yeah, I mean they've researched this. That's coming from other sports. He looks at all kind of data and information always. He is that kind of a guy. He's scientific, and he has looked at this. And there is no sport where you can just become a world champion. It takes a decade from somewhere to somewhere to become.
It takes time, yeah. Whether you start that at 10, or whether you start it at 18, like we have to, or 16 in some places. Like you still have to put that. You have to put a certain amount of time in.
So now you're adding the rest of whatever was missing for the 10-year.
I think I put my 10 years in. So.
So they're not unstoppable. Which means like they have to watch out in August next year. You have a whole year
we do. We have an actual year, which is good because, like I said, I've been out for a little while. I need a little catch up time, and then hopefully we can get to performing pretty quick.
Did we know this already this time when you were talking to the team that there would be the additional year, or did you already commit?
No, I committed with the knowing that it was in August 2021, right? So the August when it was actually it would be about right now, right? Or it would be just over. When it was that, Drew was going with them, right?
Right.
So he couldn't do the 2021 season, so that's when they started chatting with me some more.
Well, I'm hoping to see the first confrontation in the NSL Cloud Mondial between Hayabusa and Airspeed and Rhythm. Well, Airspeed, nationals are coming up, so
we hope
or not, right?
Or not. Do you have any news on that?
The only news I have is that probably everybody has said it's not in the else, but USBA was still investigating.
Yeah, so I think we're all just kind of waiting to see what's going on. Like, hopefully certainly FS is such a big event, and I know it's complicated and we don't want to mix big groups, but I don't know. I think nationals this year isn't going to be huge, right? I think we can all kind of admit that it's not going to have a normal amount of attendance. It might be a manageable number. And frankly, I know Rhythm and I have whispered to each other that if nothing happens at all, like if no one is doing anything, I think we would like to try to run some kind of across the United States remote meet around the same time, just to give like all the training teams something to target, like some kind of acknowledgement of the season.
Well, it's already set up. You just have to use. I mean, it's on. If you go to the NSL website, it's already there.
Perfect.
Except it's international now. You know, so
Okay. Okay.
the draw will be posted on the 27th, I believe, of August, and then you know, all the top teams were basically asking for it. They wanna have exactly, you know, what you just said.
Yeah.
There's a desire to at least be able to post some scores, something.
Yeah, for sure. I think some kind of end of season cap for the United States would be definitely appropriate, you know?
Yeah, and then, you know, we'll see about the what do you think about the new airspeed lineup that you will meet eventually, probably?
Well, we got to jump a little bit. It wasn't a real long camp, but we got to jump a little bit alongside them in XP earlier this season.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always fun training with lots of other teams, you know.
Yeah, and one of your former teammates, Mikhail, is in the Yeah, so that's an interesting reunion there too, across the teams and going at each other.
Yeah, well, you learn pretty quick in skydiving that all the teams just yell shuffle every 2 or 3 years, and everybody's teammates with everybody at some point.
Yeah, well, Joey and Chris are, you know, kind of new kids on the block.
Yep. So, but I mean, even they've been around a few years.
Yeah.
I've seen their faces for a while.
Yeah, the new Paris Furies or the new rhythms of this generation of these days. Well, Christy, I wish you a pain-free dental appointment.
Oh, wait, thank you. It always is. I have a great dentist.
Good. That's why you're driving so far to go there. Yeah, dentists are some special thing, you know. You're not changing it if you have a good one.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for speaking with me and allowing me to post this.
Of course.
Which it will, and good luck with everything. I hope when is your next training scheduled, outdoor, indoor?
Outdoor is at SDC, and I leave in about 2 weeks. So. In
2 weeks.
Yep.
SDC is far away from here. I don't know if I can make that a road trip. Directly it is in reach, if you can say so. But
yeah, the weather's been nice though. I got to tell you, best thing is going from 111 here this weekend to 80 degrees in SDC.
Well, I heard that was just in California, wherever at the Death Valley, they had just a record temperature of like 150 degrees or something.
Yeah, it's been hot here.
Yeah. All right. Well, take care, Christy, and thanks again.
You too. And thank you.
And I hope to see you soon somewhere.
Excellent.
Bye.
Bye.